Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. This year is KISW's 50th anniversary. And we're going to start this year-long celebration a week from this Friday. Friday, February 12th. Whole weekend celebration we're having starting on that Friday. We got lots of great bands, lots of station alumni, other big names from the Pacific Northwest. And of course, you, the Rockaholics, going to be there.
People like Craig Gatz, who's always a great dude and a great friend of our show. He's going to be joining us on the 50th anniversary on Friday, as well as Kevin Martin from Candlebox, Mike McCready from Pearl Jam, and plenty of others as well.
Yeah, Friday the 12th is when you're going to hear all the stories, all the memories. I'll tell you, it's going to be great, man. And, of course, KISW's 50th anniversary supported by Palace Law. Be there Friday, February 12th.
Let's play B-Migs.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah.
So everybody scream his name. B-Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. B-Migs. You're a loser.
It is time to be but it's Wednesday, so maybe we could whack him instead.
Whack it. Whack it.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then. All right.
Whack it.
All right, Mr. Wacky. Let's get to our contestant. We got Aaron in Granite Falls. Aaron, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. Goodbye. For those playing at home, Aaron will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Aaron, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Which 2007 horror movie pulled in over $100 million with just a $15,000 budget?
Friday the 13th.
No.
Scream.
No.
Pass.
What MLB pitcher holds the record for most no-hitters?
I'll pass on that one.
Galveston, Amarillo, and Arlington are all cities in what state?
Texas.
Yes. How many seasons did the sitcom Frasier have?
5.
No.
6.
No.
7.
No. The study of human history through physical remains is called what?
Man, I'm going to have to pass.
Who was the star of the 80s movie Jumpin' Jack Flash?
I'm going to pass on that one.
What is the name of the world's largest reef?
The largest reef?
Yeah.
The coral reef?
No. Well,
I mean, coral is on reefs. Not a bad guess. But.
Yeah, I mean, but it has a title. Aaron got one correct.
Okay.
Some of these seemed very out of his wheelhouse, unfortunately.
You're number one, Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Aaron's a young dude, so a lot of this is...
There's just some more questions in this, too. Yeah.
That's a bummer, man.
Well...
You'll have that.
Nice effort. Hey, Steve.
Hey.
Yeah, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Let's do this.
Which 2007 horror movie pulled in over $100 million with just a $15,000 budget?
Oh, it's got to be Saw.
No. Oh, good guess, though.
Devil's Rejects.
No. Oh, that's another good guess.
The Ring.
No. What MLB pitcher holds the record for most no-hitters?
Would that be Gaylord Perry?
No.
Nice.
Would that be Roger Clemens?
No.
Ooh, Nolan Ryan.
Yes.
That's it.
Galveston,
Okay.
Amarillo, and Arlington are all cities
Texas.
in what state? Yes. How many seasons did the sitcom Frasier have?
6.
No.
9.
No.
10?
No. The study of human history through physical remains is called what?
Archaeology?
Yes. Who was the star of the 80s movie Jumping Jack Flash?
Whoopi Goldberg.
Yes.
Goldberg.
Yeah. What is the name of the world's largest reef?
Hawaii?
No.
Christmas?
Christmas? No.
I don't know which reef we're talking about. Is it the W or with an R?
Oh, REEF.
Oh, Florida.
No.
Yes,
What year of the early 80s was the movie Flashdance released?
83.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct. You win. You thought I said wreath?
Yeah, I can see why. I
The
mean,
first time I thought that's what you said.
yeah, I mean, it's F and TH if you're not hearing.
Okay.
I knew what you were talking about.
But when you said Christmas, I'm like, what are you even talking about?
We have hearing problems in the radio.
I don't know. Maybe I was like, maybe there's like a thing. So at first I thought it was a reef, like REEF, and then I got in my own head, and I'm like,
okay,
maybe he's talking about like a wreath, like a Christmas wreath, based on how you responded to my Hawaii answer.
Well, that's
Hawaii's
a series
not
of
a reef.
islands. That's not even a reef.
I don't know. There's reefs there.
There probably
but
is.
it's not Hawaii.
Oh, what is it then, Mr. Smart Guy?
It's the Barrier Reef, right?
The Great Barrier
Yeah, the
Reef.
Great Barrier
Oh,
Reef,
see,
yeah.
you didn't even know the full name.
You can learn it by watching the documentary Finding Nemo.
That's how I learned it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
that was
I was
amazing.
like, I don't know.
Thank you for
Probably
that
at
answer.
Macy's in New York, they have a big ass reef.
Yeah, reef.
How many seasons did Frasier have? You're pretty close with the old tenor there.
11.
Yeah, 11.
11 seasons of Frasier?
Yeah.
Now I know why they want to bring it back. That was on for a long time.
Exactly. Does anybody know the 2007 horror movie that pulled in over $100 million with the $15,000 budget?
No, I don't.
The Grudge?
No.
The Ring.
No, it was already said that.
Panic Room.
No. Oh, that was interesting.
Is that Jodie Foster?
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Paranormal Activity.
Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm. Paranormal Activity. That is a horror movie.
Yes, it is. It's pretty scary. Congratulations, Steve. You won.
Good job, Steve.
Thank you, guys.
But again, the guy only got one right, so...
Oh, that's all he got?
Yeah.
Why did I try so hard?
Good question. Super Bowl, of course, is coming up. Miller Lite is giving out free money during the Super Bowl. At some point, they're going to tweet out a picture with a very, very long website URL. And if you're one of the first 5,000 people to type the entire thing into a web browser, Miller Lite's going to Venmo you $8. They've got the ad posted where the guy reads the entire URL. And yes, you have to do the whole thing. This is the one you have to type.
www.thismillerlite marketing stunt will distract you from Ultra's bigggamead.com/ just type in this URL when the Michelob Ultra commercial airs on that sacred Sunday in February when everyone is watching football, and we will give you free Miller Lite, which not only has more taste than Michelob Ultra but also has only one more calorie, and you will actually burn that calorie by typing this ridiculously long URL, but you will have to type it for real. No cheating by copying and pasting, which is why we are printing this URL in a good old-fashioned newspaper of the highest integrity. Yes, we are aware that there's bound to be some technology that exists that could transcribe a photo back into highlightable text, in which case you could cheat and copy and paste this URL, but we're going to trust you because good relationships are built on trust. So once again, please type this URL on February 7th because this is a stunt designed to make you miss our competitors' ad, burn a calorie, and get free beer. It's Miller time.
That's the URL you have to type.
Is it .com or .org or .gov?
Yeah, why did he say .com? That is
He
weird.
did. There was a .com in there.
At the end?
No, it was like right in the middle.
Oh, so then it's a backslash?
Yeah, backslash.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Gosh, I must have blinked for a second.
Oh, wow. So he did. So you have to, it's like a backslash sub sort of URL. What? It just goes to show you, like, who is doing this? It's only $8.
Yeah, but the funny part was that it's just so you can distract you from our competitor's ad.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. But someone's going to do this.
Oh, I mean,
But
if
who
I
would
can
do
find
this?
it online where I could just copy and paste it, I know it's against the honesty, but $8 is $8.
Oh, someone's going to, someone is going to put it online so you can copy and paste it. And then,
So you got to wait until
the commercial
airs on the Super Bowl.
I guess.
Fair. Well, that's something I'm not going to do at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
It's kind of weird to me that they did it. They put it out there in advance, though, because you could just, if you have some time, which I'm not going to do it, but if you have some time, you do it now and then just have it ready to press enter when it airs.
Oh yeah, you put in your notes.
Yeah,
That's pretty silly, dude.
They just want people talking about it.
Like us.
Good job for Miller.
I think this is pretty funny though.
Yeah. And did they do Michelob, or were they comparing that they were better than Michelob? I got confused because I heard Michelob in there.
I think they're trying to distract you from a Michelob ad.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I didn't realize Michelob was still doing stuff.
They're competitors. And so that's been their whole ad campaign is they're just like, we're only one more calorie than them, but we have more taste.
But I thought Budweiser and Miller were really competitors. It's Miller and Michelob? Isn't that interesting? I would have thought Coors and Bud are their big competitors.
Maybe there's someone to F with Budweiser.
Maybe
you know what? Let's pick on the other guy.
Is anyone even doing
that
Michelob?
to Sam Adams.
That's a personal question, BJ. I'm not going to answer that here on the radio.
Well, Sam Adams, granted, they are trying to be much more mass appeal, but I still feel like they're in a different category.
Well, I know, but they're the ones that are doing the whole Clydesdales this year, kind of poking fun at Budweiser.
Oh,
that's right.
Bud's not doing
it's
the commercial.
It's a full-on war, man.
Beer war.
I really didn't know Michelob still existed.
I don't even know how to apparently spell Michelob.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you know how?
Yeah, it's Michelobe, right?
No E.
There's no E in the end.
L-O-B.
Oh, L-O-B. Oh, I feel like it should have an E in the end.
They're brewed for superior enjoyment. I don't remember the last time I had a Michelob.
Yeah, neither do I. And then what's the Ultra do? Is the Ultra even Ultra enjoyment?
Oh, yeah. It's even better.
So there's superior enjoyment.
It's their superior light beer with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories per bottle.
Oh, so maybe Michelob is the regular and then Michelob Ultra is the light. Okay.
Well, I'm always going to go Ultra over just right.
I know.
Sounds more badass.
But it really is just it's a light beer.
I think this is going to become my new beer. Just Michelob. What are you into? Okay, I'm going to show up bringing Michelob Ultras. Be that guy.
I won't turn it down.
I'd be happy.
Beer is beer.
Yeah, I'm not turning it down at all. It is time for Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic. You guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. What do you want to talk about? We'll take your calls and texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino. Listeners on the Loose, you pick the topic. You guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. And you can also text us at 77999. And just remember, whatever it is you do want to talk about, Steve has a rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. That's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Ooh, somebody want to know what is the history of Beat Mig / Beat the Producer and when did it start?
Ooh, well, Steve, you'll be the expert on that one.
No idea. I just, one day, all of a sudden, people were asking me questions. No, it started back in the end days when I worked with Andy Savage. It was an off-the-air thing. Like, I would always, just randomly say something. He's like, you just have a wealth of stupid knowledge.
Yeah.
Just pointless trivia. And that's true because I grew up at a time where, if you didn't want to go to school, you stayed at home. And so I would just watch TV and, all my pop culture related just from me not going to school. And just my mom would let me just watch TV and just learn, who the dog is from the Brady Bunch. That's
nice.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah. So, and he's like, okay, well, we're going to do a trivia game on the show. We got to think of a name. And so at that point, I still hadn't really had much of an on-air presence. He referred to me as Steve, the producer of the show.
Yeah.
He's like, how about we change your name? I'm like, all right. And he's like, I want to name you Meat. And I'm like, why? He's like, that way this game could be called Beat the Meat.
Okay. Good. That's all radio time, guys.
And I was like, no, I don't want to be called Meat. That doesn't what? I don't want to explain that to my family. What? I'm on the radio. Here, check it out. Oh, the person they refer to as Meat. That's me.
Yeah.
So eventually, I was able to convince him to go with Beat the Producer, and then eventually it's gone on to become Beat Migs. But that's how it all started.
Yeah. Wow.
So it could have been at one point, I don't even know what life would have been like being known as Meat.
Yeah. You never think about it when you're a goofball radio host. You just don't think about how that affects somebody's life when you give them a horrible name.
Well, also you don't think about it as the person that would accept it. Even just the whole Steve the Producer thing at the time, whatever. And then when it was I was approaching 40, I'm 40 and this is the silliest nickname. This, if I'm going to go with a nickname, I might as well go with a nickname that I've lived my whole life with.
Yeah.
Meat. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. So, yeah. Veggies. Good old Steve Veggies.
Hey, what's up? I'm Meat. Could you imagine?
Well,
hey, Meat, how's it going?
We've known a couple of buddies, like our buddy Buckethead had to go through the same problem. He had to change his name because he was like, am I going to be Buckethead my whole life? And he finally did, and he's now part of Bailey and Southside in Atlanta.
Yeah, everyone by his actual name, Jason Bailey.
Yeah, and I felt for him. It's like, dude, I get it. You know, you get in the business, you got to do whatever they tell you. I go, look, I did the same thing. I gave people horrible names. So I'm as guilty as anybody.
Right.
Yeah. I think was Mike Calta called Cowhead?
Yes.
Yeah. Same thing from Mike. Mike is a great host, and
I forgot that his actual, like, his old school name was Cowhead.
Yeah, he's just like, well, you know.
Still not as bad as Meat.
Yeah. I don't know. Cowhead's pretty bad, dude. Meat and Cowhead are right up there.
I can't remember where it was, but someone was named that their name was Turd Boy, and I thought that was like,
yeah.
How did you okay that one?
Yeah,
wasn't that one of those Cobra Kai nicknames?
Might as well been, dude. That's right. Johnny Lawrence should have been doing morning radio. He was always coming up with the worst nicknames for people.
He knows how to do it. I mean, we have our buddy Omelet. I think he's still called Omelet.
Yeah, there's a guy named Omelet.
Yeah, he was our buddy Paul Casanova in Florida. He used to work with him, and I think Paul gave him the name Omelet.
Well, it's like the free beer and chicken wings guys.
At least they did that themselves.
Right.
Free beer, hot wings.
Hot wings, that's it.
Yeah, they did that themselves, but
they regretted it. Like, when you talk to them, they're just like, now we're forever, like, which one's free beer and which one's hot wings?
I still don't know who's who, and I get like, I don't want to call them by that name.
I don't think any of them are. I think it's just the name of the title, right?
No, I think one guy one guy identifies with free beer, and the other one identifies with...
I just thought they named it that. And
I think...
I always thought it was amazing, just because at that point, from a marketing standpoint, I've just been like, hey, have you guys checked out free beer and hot wings? I was like, yes, I want to listen to that.
Well, because in college, I thought I was going to chuckle at that one, because in college, there was a band called Free Beer and Wings. And the reason why they were called that is that it would, like, attract people to come see them thinking you were going to get free beer and wings.
Pretty good idea.
And then they would surprise you with, here's a Pearl Jam cover. There are no free beer and wings.
Oh, damn it. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's listeners on the loose.
So he said, stop the presses. The Shamrock Shake is coming back, boys.
That's right. Yeah. The Shamrock Shake is coming back later this month, even though it's really supposed to be for St. Patrick's Day. But, you know, they always give stuff early, like the pumpkin spice stuff comes earlier than really Halloween and all that. So later this month, we get the Shamrock Shake. Also, the Oreo Shamrock McFlurry will be back. It debuted last year, and it was a hit.
I didn't try it last year, but I need to try it this year. I'm not a big Shamrock Shake guy. I don't know if anyone is on this show. I think I've had like a sip of it, like when somebody brought them in for us to try. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I don't feel like wasting my calories on that. I'd rather just get a vanilla shake.
Yeah, I think I've only had a sip too, so I don't even remember what it tastes like. Is it minty?
I think it's minty, yeah. Huh. It's been a while since I've had one, but if my memory serves me,
I think so.
It's mint.
I feel like with the Oreo cookies, that should be good.
You've got basically a mint McFlurry with Oreo cookies. February 15th, the Shamrock Shake debuted. How about this? A once-a-year deal since 1970.
It's brilliant, man. People get excited about it.
It's a success.
And I think if they kept it around year-round, it wouldn't have that same kind of excitement.
And mint chocolate is a legitimate flavor of ice cream. Like, people like it. So you feel like they could... Like, mint is a flavor that people would want, but they're like, no, we're only going to give it to you in March.
I liked it when I was a kid. Like, the fact my mom used to, that was our thing. She would take me.
Then you grew up.
And then I was, it's not that. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not my flavor. Like, I would rather have just their regular soft serve as opposed to the green one.
Well, I think when you get a little bit more health conscious in life, like, you're like, okay, well, do I want to put my calories towards that, or would I rather put it towards, like, that's the conversation my wife and I always had whenever we go on vacation. Do you want to put the calories towards a ridiculous amount of alcohol, or would you rather ice cream? And I'm like, I don't need to drink. Ice cream sounds way cooler.
You guys, it's great that you have that conversation. I never had that conversation on vacation.
You just like, do it all.
Yeah, that's just how I always am.
Or you put the ice cream in the drink and make a float.
Oh, there like you go. Lunchbox Laboratory, they're spiked shakes.
Yeah.
I miss them.
Are they not available to go to get?
Well, I don't know. I just feel like that's a place I want to go sit down and have a, but yeah, I'm sure I think they're still open.
And I don't know if you can convince them to give you a spiked milkshake for the road.
Yeah, that's
I don't know how that goes.
I don't know. A lot of bars are doing
you're right,
to-go cocktails and stuff.
How do you do that? Is it like in a sealed container so you can't open it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, because you can't have open containers in your car, so a straw would not work. Oh, well, that's a whole different story then. Back to Lunchbox. Plus, really, they have such great food.
The burgers are awesome.
Yeah, it really, really is.
All right, someone had, speaking of food, has a hypothetical question for us.
All righty.
If you were given the opportunity to bring any food franchise to your current town, And you'd also have to be the owner of the franchise. What franchise would it be?
Oh, to my current town?
Yeah.
Okay, it's got to be Mod Pizza.
Mod Pizza.
I mean, because I don't have one in Mercer Island.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, do I want to bring something that's not here and try and, like, take advantage of, all of a sudden now we have, like, my first thought was Nathan's Hot Dogs, of all places.
Oh, sure. Okay.
I don't really even care about their hot dogs, but their French fries are the crinkle cut ones, and they're amazing. Oh, they come with a fun little fork. I want to have those.
You're going to have to let me try those because crinkle cut has never been my favorite.
Yeah, I think you need to try Nathan's hot dog fries.
All right. I'm willing to do it because then I'll get a hot dog to go with it, which is, of course, fantastic.
The only time I've ever had Nathan's hot dogs was when I was super drunk going home on a flight from Vegas.
Yeah.
And it sounded
You mean every flight from Vegas you take?
That's also true.
Yeah.
But, it sounded delicious. For me, I would do Del Taco. And I know we have one in Fetty Way.
Puyallup, too.
I would bring them way more up here.
I am so tired of Puyallup.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, every time you say, you know what I would like? I would like gold. Well, there's gold in Puyallup.
Well, there is. There's
World Peace.
There's a gold store.
Yeah. The World Peace. Oh, there's World Peace in Puyallup. I mean, it seems like everything's in Puyallup.
It's right next to the Menchie's, the World Peace store.
I'm tired of you and your Puyallup.
Also, but then part of me wants to just bring Dick's to Puyallup.
Yeah, but what about food?
Yeah. Well, that's why I keep inviting you.
Oh, I see what you did.
That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And I think it would do all right.
I feel like an ice cream place would be pretty sweet, but Dick's is good too.
Or Frugals. That'd be kind of cool.
Ooh.
All right, then.
So you wouldn't have to travel all the way over to Fox's?
Yes.
Basically, you can't pick any place.
I can't. I
really can't.
I'm torn. There's so
See
many
how
places.
I was? Immediately, Mod Pizza.
Yep. I know. Well, I have one of those in Puyallup.
Yeah. You know, we don't have a Mercer Island either. We tried for like a half a second. We don't have an Indian restaurant either, which really irritates me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how do we not have an Indian
restaurant? You should bring a Karma Indian there.
I
and
would.
You can enjoy Karma Indian.
I would probably open the place up and not care if we make any money just so that I can have Indian food.
Vicky, what's your pick?
I was going to say Dick's, but just because I feel like Marysville already has everything except Dick's, I think it'd be kind of cool to get In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Like in the middle of, like, if you go to some parts of like Marysville, Arlington area, it's pretty wide open, so I feel like you can have a big enough parking lot to just have the rush of people that are going to come in.
Have you had In-N-Out before?
Once.
And so you've had Dick's, you've had In-N-Out, so you're an In-N-Out fan?
I like their fries. It just depends on the mood of what type of burger, because they're both really good. I feel like I have to give a slight edge to Dick's for burger taste and, texture, mouthfeel, if you will. But sometimes you want something more In-N-Out like.
Yeah, to me, it's like, you know what? I love In-N-Out shakes, but I'll take a deluxe any day over any In-N-Out burger. People think I'm insane, even people that work here. I'm sorry. I mean, I hate to tell you this, but Dick's, I think, is a better burger.
And if we're owning the franchise, I'm like, if you have an In-N-Out in Washington, we're making bank.
I was about to say also, like, property value will go up in Marysville because all the people want to move there based on how people go crazy about this damn In-N-Out.
Yeah, you aren't kidding.
Yeah. Like, I'm moving to Marysville. Why? Because they have an In-N-Out.
I can't wait because then people won't be going to Dick's, and I'll have all the Dick's I want. What?
Yeah.
So it says, what about Fuddruckers?
Yeah.
It's a good place to eat. I've never been there.
I've seen the Fuddruckers, and if I've been there, it's been a long time. I have no memory of this.
You would love Fuddruckers. That's a big thing in New Mexico. They got voted best hamburger in New Mexico, even though they're not a New Mexico thing.
There's a chain.
Yeah, there's a chain. And they have queso fountains. They have, like, build your own burgers.
Excuse me?
You can, yeah. They do
right.
like, their own, you can choose your own patty size. Oh. You can go up to, like, a full pound burger.
It looks good.
Guys. Burger for lunch.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
we need to make this happen.
Do we have anyone near us?
Fuddruckers?
Yeah.
No, I've never even heard of this. I mean, I've heard of it, but like I've never heard of one being in Washington.
The only thing I've ever heard of it when it was on Idiocracy and they changed the name.
Yeah, they did.
And you can't say that one.
Alrighty, you pick the topic, you guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Or if your calls and texts at 934 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
New on Curiosity Stream. With superior armies comes superior weapons. How has innovation mechanized the battlefield? From bullets to battleships and everything in between. It's machinery of warfare. Plus, from the gross to the gourmet. See how that in-flight meal lands on your tray table. On secrets of your airline food. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Always a heavy question for us coming from one of our texters saying, I heard about Dustin Diamond, and he had those two dying wishes, which was talk music and bass guitar with the bassist of Tool, and also to see the Star Wars exhibit at Disney World. I was wondering if you guys had a dying wish, what would it be?
Ooh.
It's a good one.
Wow.
I'm trying to think of like who I'd want to talk to.
Yeah, maybe
hang out with Stoya. No, I'm kidding. That's
maybe going to space. Like, if there was a spot on SpaceX or something like that, that'd be kind of cool, I suppose, if I knew I was dying.
Well, and as you do it with Elon Musk based on some things, I mean, they might be able to help you with the dying part. Didn't he have like a big explosion on one of his things?
Okay, I don't need to be dying. I mean, I just
that solidify your death.
So that's how I'm going to go out, just go into space and blow up, huh?
It was a test rocket that, failed.
Okay.
There was nobody on it. But I mean, they could just stick you on there. And
it was good enough for monkeys and dogs. Why not? I'll be
go to space. Are you going to want to come back, or do you want to die in space?
Oh, geez. No, I think I'd like to die with people around me that know me.
Yeah,
as long as it's not too bad for them.
But you got to come back and tell us about space.
That's exactly it. It's
how fun was it,
Steve? It truly is the final frontier. They weren't lying.
I think it depends on the health, the condition I'm in, because I would like to have like one last big wrestling match.
Oh,
and one where it's like just as many people as humanly possible to put like in a place where it's like just like that one last hurrah.
All right. These are the kind of questions you want to ask yourself every 10 years because you get to see where you were and where you are.
Right.
Because I know 10 years ago I would have had a different answer.
No, yeah. 15 years ago I probably would want to hang out with like the stars of Babysitters.
Yeah, you would. Yeah. You'd be like, oh, if I die, I want to go out that way.
All right, Vicky.
So in my entire life, I've only been to Disneyland once. Like, I was 12 years old. I've never been again. I mean, I went to the one in France, but it really didn't have that many rides.
Oui, oui.
That I don't really count that one. I've never been to Disney World, so I would definitely want to go on every single ride and just experience it like a kid. Go talk to all the characters. Just pretend to be a kid for a whole day.
How is it that Danny hasn't somehow said, let's take a vacation there? He loves Disneyland.
I know. What the hell, Danny?
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, you know what?
Over.
You don't have to be dying. I think you guys could probably do that.
But, like, I want, like, the exclusive tour where I go front of line to everything.
Oh. You can pay for those.
Yeah, exactly.
Do they have the dead kid line? Like, do they have, like, if a kid's...
Wow.
Well, I don't know, the Make-A-Wish thing?
Yes. No, actually, if you go to DisneyWorld.com/dead kid line, you'll be able to get information about how to get those.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, sometimes... Look, perhaps I said it the worst way I could say it.
No, you wear a hat, and it says, I'm dying, and it points an arrow pointing at your own face. It's the whole thing.
I want that, so at least I won't feel like someone's getting preferential treatment except someone who's a Make-A-Wish kid. Even though now I know they do it for kids that aren't dying now.
Well, like I said, I mean, yes, if you don't want to pay the money, they do the Make-A-Wish stuff. But you can also just pay the money and you can get the exclusive tour.
And then you don't have to worry about the dying part.
Vicky apparently wants the one where you're dying exclusive tour.
Well, this was the whole idea.
Well, she doesn't want to get bumped in line by a dying kid because I would imagine dying kid trumps the what are we doing?
Well, Vicky's dying.
Like,
the idea is she's dying.
Like, yeah, this is my dying wish. I'm like, cool, I want to go pretend to be a kid one more day.
So you'll wear the hat that says you're dying so that you can go to the front of the line and people will be respectful.
I want to wear a shirt that says, who's done? This guy. Or girl, I guess.
This girl, right.
It just doesn't sound good.
With like Mickey thumbs pointing at it. I mean, it's got to be,
Boy, you have to, that's the thing.
A Mickey hat that just says R.I.P. instead of your name.
Oh, wow.
This is getting really dark.
I actually like it. We've got some merchandise we can sell.
So, Steve, you got to go out like Randy the Ram. Like in the movie The Wrestler. Yeah, top rope. I don't know. It doesn't really tell you, but it looks like his heart just gave out.
Yeah, we're not sure, right?
Yeah, no, the movie ends just kind of like one, like a Sopranos type ending.
Yeah.
Like you assume he's done.
Yeah, you would think so. But you know what? Who knows? Who knows? All right, Rev.
Probably a cameo in like an MCU type movie. So a superhero movie where maybe I'm just a person, even just like walking by, but I want a line or something or get like wasted by the villain at one point. Just be like a super cool way to go out.
All right. I think that's a cool way to go, too. I didn't even think about that one. That's not a bad way to go.
Well, you're going to space. I think yours is a lot cooler.
Yeah, but to be in a Marvel movie and have somebody take you out.
Yeah, but then you got to hope it gets released before you're done. Because otherwise, what fun is it?
Oh, right.
They just had to be stuck on a set.
For everyone else.
But remember, George Lucas, if you wear the dead kid hat, he lets you watch movies before anybody else. Remember that?
Very true.
Yeah, so chances are. All
right, Danny.
Just got to get that dead kid hat is what you got to get.
I just want to go to Italy and eat everything that I possibly can and drink all of the whiskey and all of the, everything, because I've never been to Italy, never been out of the country, and that's always been one of my like big dreams. But also at that point, if I'm dying, I'm eating everything.
Right. What does it matter?
Yeah, 17 pizzas for one meal. Yeah, that's happening.
I think Rev and I have actually understood this whole thing.
What do you mean?
Well, because Vicky and Danny, you could do what they want to do without having to be dying. You could
but that's their dying wish.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Dying wish to me.
Someone could talk to the bases of Tool or go to Disneyland's Star Wars experience, and not have to be dying.
I think if you're dying, you want to get preferential treatment. Like, I'm not going to space anytime soon, unless, of course, they go, well, he's dying. We should at least let him go to space.
Like somebody's dying wish could be like, I want to have my whole family together again.
Yeah.
Like sometimes
you mean whole family together again, like the ones that are dead?
No.
I said,
What the hell? I have family in a different country.
I mean, well, all right. You could do that.
What weird sorcery do you think we could pull off?
I
when
don't know.
dying?
A dying wish to me should be something that you really can't accomplish until people will do it.
But someone can fly to space.
And you missed the whole thing of Dustin Diamond wanted to go to Disney.
Yeah,
why do you make these weird rules?
Yeah, you created your own sort of nitpicking rules here.
Dustin Diamond's one with Tool is a good one, because what are your chances you're going to get to do that?
Well, I'm sure on like Cameo you could probably pull it off. I don't know.
And by the way, the Star Wars thing for a while, I don't know when he wished this, but it was tough to get into that thing.
Right, no, both are difficult, but they're not impossible. There's a good chance you could run into Adam Jones or is it Justin Chancellor for the basis of Tool. Whichever
Justin.
Yeah, Justin. Okay. There's a good chance you could run into him like just at a random place like in Los Angeles and have a conversation with the guy. I hear he's a very nice person.
Yeah, but there's a better chance that you could go to Disneyland and pay the premium price and go up front. Or there's a better chance you can go to Italy just by going and eating everything you want.
Why do we have to I don't understand
I got rules. I just feel like
why are you
rules
like
for everything.
on people,
Vicky
man?
and Danny's. Rev, yours was good. I didn't say yours was bad.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Because what are the chances of
Rev.
you being an extra in a Marvel movie? See, that to me is a great dying wish, because it's not going to be easy to do that.
Plenty of chances. Think about all the extras.
Shot at by the villain?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people that have been extras in a Marvel movie. I don't think all of them were dying.
Yeah, I think it's astronomical unless you know a guy.
Well, you have all these rules, and like always, I choose to not follow them, so thank you.
Well, you've been not following any rules for the longest time.
And have you ever been to an indie wrestling show? It's very impossible to have a giant full house of people coming to see me wrestle.
I agree. That's why I didn't give you a hard time. I only
talking
picked
about
Vicky and Danny.
thousands, not like hundreds.
Yes, that's why I picked only Vicky and Danny, because I think yours, mine, and Rev's are going to be really hard to do. Danny could go to Italy right now. As a matter of fact, I'd like to
go to Italy, too, because I want to try their pasta.
I don't think I can go to Italy. We're locked down still, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, not right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What if I'm dying right now?
Oh, if you're dying right now, I will send you to Italy. I'll let you be their problem. There you go. What's he dying of? I don't care. Just take him.
Just take him.
Just take him. Give him some pasta. He's an idiot. I mean, he's a great guy.
I hear the pasta there is like on another level.
Well, it is Italy.
I know, but I want to see what that means.
Well, I don't know. I've never been to Italy, but my wife has been to Italy, and she says it's fantastic. So there you go. It's on a fantastic level. All right. Congratulations.
Someone said, Steve, you talk about wrestling. Did you know that Matthew McConaughey is a huge wrestling fan? How cool is that? All right, brother.
Yeah, he was on Jimmy Kimmel talking about that. And so Jimmy was like, oh, you're a big wrestling fan. Okay, who's your all-time favorite?
I've been a wrestling fan since I was 8.
Who's your all-time favorite? All-time favorite wrestler?
Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Coming out with the 2x4, baby.
See, now that's a wrestling name. Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
You know, it's every time Matthew McConaughey just is a good old boy. You know what I mean? You just every time he's down to earth, driving his Lincoln, having a great time. going to wrestling shows.
No, he says he wants to like do stuff with the WWE, whether or not it be wrestling or help write stuff. Like apparently he's obsessed with wrestling as well, which I think is pretty awesome. And
That's
he's
cool.
got his kids hooked into it too, but he's got like, I guess he's in that like weird spot where he doesn't want to like ruin the magic that is wrestling for his kids. Like, hey, do I tell them it's fake or do I not? What's going on with this?
Oh, so I thought that's something that you start telling your kids right away since they've pretty much come out and said it.
Well, no, he says, he says, I love the suspension of disbelief because my kids are watching. They're starting to get to that point where they're like, oh, I think it's fake. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. No way.
Oh, so is this sort of like other traditions? Well, I didn't realize that. I just
think
assumed.
it is. I think he's just having
just
fun.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because I could see you wanting, if your kids are coming up, and why wouldn't they think it's real?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, when I was a kid, I thought it was. But then again, they were trying to make us think it was back then.
Well, even still, if I didn't know, it looks the same. Now, you know better than me, Steve, but I mean, it looks the same to me, except you do get to get behind the scenes more interviews and stuff with guys than you did before. But they still try to make it look legit. I mean, as far as it always has been.
I mean, there's some instances where you're just like, okay, that's just completely ridiculous. We have to suspend. But it's like an action movie. That's what I've always, like, to me now, like, the appeal of wrestling is like I'm watching a really fun action movie scene. And that's how I interpret it in a sense. Like, it's like, okay, that's impressive what you're doing. And also it's like, how did you pull it off? It's like magic meets action movies. But I think it's pretty funny that McConaughey wants to get involved with the WWE.
Yeah, and obviously there's a guy who had, if that was his wish, he doesn't have to be dying. I'm sure they'd take him.
Because he's Matthew McConaughey. I'm sure if he wished to get to the front of freaking Disneyland, they'll probably make it happen.
I think he's got the money to do it, too. I mean, he could probably just...
He could probably go to Italy and eat pasta.
Yeah. But going to space, he needs the big cash to go to space.
And I don't think they'd say no to him if he says, I'd like to be an extra in the Marvel movie.
You're absolutely right. See? He's Matthew McConaughey. He can do whatever he wants. So, that's my dying wish. I want to be Matthew McConaughey for a day. Then I can do whatever I want, right?
I just like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Wrestling is real.
All right.
It's real to me. It's so real to me.
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry about that. All right. It is time to answer one of life's big questions. Not to do with wrestling, but to do with Ryan Castle and Hollywood. What do Ryan Castle and Hollywood have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:49 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and Hollywood have in common?
My sidewalk smells like pee-pee.
Oh. What? Okay. Not sure what to say.
That's honestly the first thing that popped into my head.
That is
Hollywood. Like,
okay.
Well, one texter thinks filth, cocaine, and broken dreams.
Oh, I like that one. Yeah, that's true.
Perfect.
You can also find Castle prowling for chicks on Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, very, very nice.
That's not true. Did we lose Ryan?
I think we lost him. I think he's had enough of us. All right, well, you know what? It's sad, man. I mean, especially since this big story is out there, and I really wanted to see if Ryan was involved. 6 people were arrested in L.A. for covering up 2 letters of the Hollywood sign to make it say Holly Boob.
Dude, it's so great. Have you seen the picture of it?
I have not.
It's so awesome because it's so poorly done.
Oh, it really, really is. That's a hack job to say the least.
Well, that's nice. At least they didn't try and destroy the actual sign. They just used some tarps to change the letters.
They said they did this to raise awareness for breast cancer. See, it's always good to have a good out, you know what I mean? A good fallback reason, because then you can say, oh, yeah, it is because of the fact that we're raising awareness.
Why can't you just be honest? Just be like, we're immature and we think Holly Boob is funny.
Yeah, that really, just own it. Holly Boob. Yeah, well. Ryan Castle, he's not a boob. He's got a 12-pack coming up.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
My wife actually started pulling out the paints again and started painting.
What's her style? Is she abstract? Is she like...
Well, currently she's painting carrots.
Someone suggested that she could have a fake name, like a stage name for when it comes to her painting stuff.
Yeah, what would that be?
Boob Ross.
Oh, really? That's funny, huh?
You don't think that's funny? A female painter by the name of Boob Ross?
I'd watch it.
Oh, yeah. The Joy of Painting with Boob Ross.
I'd subscribe to that OnlyFans.
I don't know. What was it? I didn't quite catch the name again. But what was it?
Boob Ross.
Oh, Boob, yeah.
Here I am painting some happy little carrots.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.